just an illusion. You're 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 just an illusion.
To prevent fatal injuries in football, I have invented this new type football helmet, which I believe will do much to rid the game of fatalities.
Dark side, light this bitch up.
Yo. What it do? We back for another great episode. We pull up, get right You know what I
I'm on the
mean?
wrong. I'm on the Coronas
You on the
tonight.
Rona, you know what I mean? I'm on the whiskey, you
Long
know what I mean? A little long
branch
branch ass.
whiskey.
You know how I do it. But anyway, my brother, salute to you as always.
Salute. Yes, sir.
It's been a good week, man. How you feeling this week, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good, man. You know, chilling. School started back up, so you know that shit been on my ass.
I
But
see, I
other
see.
than that, what about you, man?
I'm Gucci, man. You know what I mean? I just got up not too long ago myself, so had to get the show prep. I literally I had the you know, I always send you the list for the thing. I had it in our text message. I never hit send before I fell asleep earlier. I woke up like, God. So
Night shifts kicking your ass.
yeah, man. It's just earlier mornings, man. I'm early mornings, man. But I be done early though, so I ain't tripping. Shout out in the chat, man. We got Roger in there, Chop. Okay, Ray sliding through. JB as always, Oxy as always. Shout out to you fellas for swinging through early, hollering at us. We're gonna get right into it, man. Was that the last episode of Hard Knocks aired this week? Overall, I enjoyed the season this year, but I enjoy every year at Hard Knocks, even when it's the bad teams. I'm one of those guys that just like football shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being in the locker room, seeing the behind the scenes, and just just taking in pause. Hey you.
Hey yo.
I just like football. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Everybody see the name of the episode out on bail. You know what I mean? I'm fresh out. You know what I mean? Appreciate the guys, man. You know, riding for me.
Don't free that nigga. We finally got him. Y'all
Yeah.
see what I posted in the chat.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and boo myself on that one. Yeah.
Hey, but I mean, I like this season, but I felt like it was missing something.
Right.
I felt like the Lions joint was way better. The one last season was better. I mean, I felt like this one was good, but I felt like they focused too much on A-Rod. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the episodes was focused on A-Rod, and they didn't get into like the roster type shit, like more behind the scenes shit, in my opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It definitely felt that way. I felt like the coach was more of like a fan. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was fanning out over the ball. That's a good quarterback. That, you know what I mean? Like, yo, get off his meat, yo. Like, let the ball breathe a little bit. So, I definitely agree with that take. What I liked a lot more about the Lions, John, is like going into the season, cats didn't really know much about the Lions, and coming out of Hard Knocks, we felt like, yo, this team is a little bit of an underdog. I don't feel like the Jets are an underdog at all. You know what I'm saying? And
But they saying my mic low. Maybe I need to move it. They saying my mic low.
I turned you up on my end a little bit as well,
right.
so it should help as well. But yeah, like that's my thing too. Like going into it, I just you knew they weren't underdogs. We got Rodgers on top of Rodgers of content. Like I wanted to see more. Like Garrett Wilson could have. This was his time to shine. Sauce, Sauce got a big personality.
Yeah.
You got to get him on. You got to get him on the screen.
Definitely. They wait till the last episode to show this man like in the big screen, like, you know what I'm saying, with his sauce and shit like that. Like, bro, nobody cares about. I mean, granted, you know what I'm saying, he's one of the best quarterbacks ever. Like, you know what I'm saying, y'all happy y'all got him, but this nigga ain't in his prime no more. Like, you know what I'm saying, your young bulls in their prime. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You feel me? Like,
and you got so many people expecting so much out of them too this year. Why we didn't get more practice battles? You know what I'm saying? Why we didn't get more, more like Sauce on the big screen talking his talk, walking his walk? Because this is this could really be a breakout year for the guy. If he has another year like last year, we talking big things about Sauce.
Yeah.
You know, so. And then Garrett, we know A-Rod gonna spam him. You know what I'm saying? So like that was
definitely
that was a missed opportunity, I think, on the Jets' part to get their superstars to the next level. And then like I thought they spent a lot of time on the backup of the backup D tackle dude, Tanzel. Like
Oh,
he got a lot of screen time,
yeah, he
bro.
got a lot of all that screen time just for y'all not to sign the nigga.
For a practice squad spot. Come on, bro.
Oh man, showing them at their house doing the feast and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? What was it? Fish fry, ain't it? It was
Yeah,
a
fish fry, something. Yeah.
Like,
But
bro, come on, man. Y'all knew y'all was cutting that dude. Yeah.
I did like that they, you know, boosted up Quinnen Williams, but I need the numbers to match that this year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
so-
but like even with that, like so like taking from the Lions joint, right? So like the linebacker Rodrigo, like you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We like this nigga. They was focusing on this nigga, so we like, yo, this nigga really gonna make the roster. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the two wide receivers that they signed, like they barely got any time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they barely got any time.
And then the time that they got, it was all in one episode. You know what I'm saying?
One
So,
episode.
and I like Brownlee a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I do think I think the problem with the Jets wide receiver core, Aaron brought all his guys over, Lazard, Cobb. Like you got to get that kid Brownlee on the field. Every time he's been on the field, he's making plays. So
Yeah,
and the other guy's gonna be a kick returner. I already know that from just looking at the preseason games.
Yeah, because other than blocking, what exactly is Lazard gonna do? What is Cobb gonna do? Like, come on, man. Like, and they not really gonna do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they relics out there on the field.
Bringing them along because those your best friends. Like
familiarity, Cobb your best man in all 9 of your weddings. So, you know what I mean. But anyway, Hard Knocks is all right. Let's move on off of that, man. Shout out to the Jets. We'll see what happens this year. High expectations. Got a lot of room for a big fall. You know what I'm saying? So, trust me, as a Cowboys fan, I know all about it. You know, so
I feel like they're like the equivalent of Colorado College. All eyes are going to be on the Jets.
Yeah.
So are they going to win that first game like Colorado did, or are they going to lose? And as soon as they lose, if they lose that first game, everybody's going to be like, oh, this team ain't going to do such. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's funny because I didn't put Colorado on here because everybody been talking about them all week. But I thought they bought themselves a hell of a lot of slack by winning that first game. You know what I'm saying? They could lose the next 3. And winning that first game kind of like, hey, bro, it is what it is. We ranked for the first time in forever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you brought that up because you know, me and you go back and forth about Dion. I didn't want to come off fanboying. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a big time win for him in the program, and I was more shocked with how good Shador looked in that game than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I thought he was, you know, average to below average as a, you know, quarterback, but you know, if he can do that against the D1 talent.
He definitely looked better because my wife and I, like, of course, you know, we go to TSU. So they came to Houston last year and played TSU, right? He didn't look that good. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't look how he looks now. Maybe now, you know what I'm saying, in the offseason, we see he was working with Tom Brady. So, of course, you know.
Was big. That was big.
That's big. You know, that's big. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he actually looked like a P5 quarterback on the P5 level. You know, a lot of people play down to the level of competition, and it looks like that's what he did when he was at the HBCU at Jackson State. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
also the talent around him is D1 talent as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, with those type, because he was a 4-star prospect coming out of high school, and obviously he went with his dad. So I mean, you don't get to be a 4-star prospect just for nothing, and it could have been because he's Deion's son. Because I don't think Shiloh's that good.
Oh no, he's trash. Man.
Yeah, so I don't think Shiloh's that good, and he was also a 4-star prospect. So it could have just been, you know, off the dad name, but to see him progress the way he did, and it wasn't even like the running. You know, I mean, he took off a lot more in JSU. Here, he was in that pocket. It wasn't even a clean pocket all the time. Like his O-line was getting, and that's what I worry too, because their O-line is so small. You know what I mean? When they play against these bigger colleges,
Yeah, I
better
also
colleges.
wonder. Yeah, I also wonder like, how is he going to play when he faces a better defense?
Yeah.
Because Oregon's going to have a good defense.
Utah's
Utah
gonna
gonna
be
be tough. Utah gonna be a
Utah's gonna be
problem.
a problem.
You know what I'm saying? Like while I was watching that game versus TCU, that offense did whatever it wanted. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think neither team really played defense. Like, they did whatever they wanted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, that dog on the other side, that Travis Hunter guy, you know what I'm saying? He made some great plays. He saved a couple touchdowns. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't for him, honestly, I feel like they would have lost. But I want to see what Shadir and that offense is going to do when they actually face a defense, and instead of a 60-50 game, they're in a 21-18 type dog fight. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, what I do think about it is, though, it got us talking. I was going to be into college football regardless, but I think the Deion effect brings in more eyes, more of the casual eyes as well. So you got to appreciate that as a college football fan. And all the games are going to be hyped up. You know what I'm saying? So the money they ain't paid, Sanders, they're going to have it. They're going to have that by week 4 and some. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So shout out to them. Definitely. Shout out to Colorado. Hunter, you know what I mean? He's a dog on both sides of the ball. Yeah. I'm curious to see, like, what happens as far as the Heisman, because they robbed Charles Woods. Charles Woodson should be. Never mind. Charles is that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, definitely.
Hunter to get put in that category, you got a lot more work to do. You know
I don't think he can. I don't think he's gonna be able to get it though. For one, the first thing I want to say is I wonder how Deion is gonna act after they lose. Because right now it's easy to talk shit when you winning.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to be like, yeah, I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? And then you get your ass blown out, pause, by 30. That was crazy pause. You get embarrassed by 30, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna react? And then 2, I don't think Travis Hunter can keep that up for an entire season.
That's a crazy pace, man.
He played over 100 something snaps. He's not going to be able to do, especially when you playing more physical teams that actually play defense, etc. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to be able to do that. At one point, he's going to have to choose a side, and I don't know if it's going to be in the middle of the season, end of the season, whatever, but he's going to have to choose a side, and, hey, I got to focus majority of my time on this side. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to be able to do what he did versus TCU every fucking game. Like, he can't.
My thing is, like, if Shedeur continues to play at the level that he played as, and because they had 4 wide receivers over 100 yards, I think if the offense continues to improve, hey, Travis, we can use you more on the defensive side of the ball. And then you got Bajan here. He asked, you might know this, Woodson was that dude, but has anybody ever played as many snaps on both sides of the ball like Travis did in that first game?
Nah. No,
that was the first time thing.
Yeah, even Dez didn't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because and then you gotta think they were in Texas, so it's hot as hell.
Yeah.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's done it. Like, of course they've done. Okay, Deion's done it. Like, Dez done it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Charles done it. Like a couple snaps here. I go out and dominate a little bit, and then
what was his name? Gamble over in Ohio State did it for a little bit.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I go over and dominate a little bit, but the entire game,
that was crazy. Yeah, so Ray shouting out to him being well conditioned, and he was hooping like the next day. They put the highlights out. So bro, you gotta dial it back a little bit. I know you young and bouncy.
I just hope Deion doesn't. I just hope Deion doesn't get that dude injured by trying so hard to get him the Heisman. You basically, how do you feel about this? Okay, so your son is the starting quarterback. But at halftime, you're talking about Travis Hunter, the Heisman be at Travis Hunter's house. Like, what about your son? You don't think he's capable of winning the Heisman?
You know what I think about, and this is one of the things that I appreciate about Deion. For all the attention Deion gets, he's okay without the attention. You know what I'm saying? If that make any sense. So it's like, I know my light gonna shine bright. I don't need you to tell me that. And I think, and his son kind of embodies that. If you listen to him in his post game conference, the one that just passed, and any other conference, he's like, yo, I don't need your approval. You know that shit. You know that. So I think because Deion has spent his life telling them how great they are, you know what I'm saying, he don't need that. So he gonna go out and perform. Yeah. Somebody like a Travis Hunter, kind of like we talked about with Hard Knocks, you boost your superstars up. You know what I'm saying? My son, I'm bringing my Louis luggage with me. You know what I'm saying? Like type of move.
But I get that. But if you pay attention, like so if you looked at their jerseys, they had L and then they had D Dogs, on one of them. Like, so your son had leader on his joint, but Travis Hunter had dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I got kids. Like, you got kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, jealousy is a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving all my attention. I'm doing interviews and saying, like, this dude right here can be the Heisman, but you ain't saying your son can be the Heisman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like his son could feel some type of way. He might not feel some type of way at this moment.
Right.
But I just finished throwing for 500 plus yards. And in your interview, you talking about Travis Hunter winning the Heisman. You know what I'm saying?
So let's see Sanders come out with another game like that and he divvying it out to Hunter at the same clip. And they come up, say he threw for 4 this game. Hunter goes for, 110. Let's see what the interviews look like, because now it's a legitimate Heisman conversation for both guys.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's kind of like a wait and see, and they both were standing with him at that post game conference as well too. And I do like the leader and the dog thing. I think as your quarterback, having that L is more important than having the dog on you. I can't even say the letter because that would have been crazy. Having that letter is I think the L is more important for your lead for your quarterback to have. But
that running back a dog too.
That's what I'm saying. That bull. And you see Deion after the game. You see who he went right to after the game over in TCU.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh yeah, he over there. He definitely recruit. Hey, he definitely said something to hey.
He was giving Shiloh everything out there. Like, get off the field, dog. So Undisputed says Prime played both ways. He said he knows how to limit his time during the week from his personal experience. I mean, I guess that plays a little part into it. You know what I'm saying? Managing his
but Prime ain't played both ways like that.
Yeah, this was different.
This is some different shit. Like, this is some way different type shit. Like, this is some literally play both ways all game, like high school. Like, you can get away with high school. Like, you can get away with a high school. Most players do that in high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when you get to college, they pick a side and you'll play a couple of positions. You know, you'll play a couple snaps here and there. Like, but that nigga played the entire game damn near.
What last week was for Deion was a big time ad for Colorado, for his brand, for all these young players. Oh, I can get that type of coverage,
bro.
NIL at the wazoo,
bro. Immediately after that, bro, they start getting this 2025 5-star #1 overall recruit looking at Colorado now, the quarterback. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like that win was the worst thing for the SEC, like Alabama, Georgia.
Yes,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that win was the worst thing for them, because now Prime, I mean, I can go in anybody. Before it was just okay, I can go get the #1 cornerbacks because, like, you know what I'm saying, I was a cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but I got my son playing quarterback, throwing for 500 plus yards. You're seeing this offense, the offensive coordinator I went out and got in. He's, you know what I'm saying, they doing whatever they want against TCU, who's just in a national championship game, even though they ain't the same team. But that's the, you know what I'm saying?
You know, that kind of, you know, goes to the point that you made. You know, we talked about it. You was like, one thing I haven't seen from Deion, I've seen all the bravado. I've seen all the, you know, living off of his rep. I haven't seen a good coaching job or a good staff. Yeah. I think you're leading credence to that point now, because it's like, yo, you put together a game plan. We executed, and it showed on the field this time. So Hey man, that's big though. If he can continue at this clip, winning 6 games with this team is impressive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think,
And
you know what I mean, looking at the way the schedule play out, because this is a game I didn't have them winning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
me either. I didn't either. I also didn't see TCU being as terrible as they were on defense.
yeah, it
Like,
was
you know what I'm
bad.
saying?
But I think that's more a testament to Shador distributing
Yeah.
that pill, man, because we did not expect that from him. So, but let's jump into
I
the
don't see
end.
him.
What?
Yeah, I don't see him being at. I don't see him being at Colorado long.
That was crazy, man. Let's jump into a little bit of NFL talk. You know, I got NFL predictions up here. Before we get into last night's game, you want to go through like, you know, some favorites. Maybe pick your NFC top four, AFC top four, kind of.
For Sunday.
No, just like overall, like for the
Oh,
season. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into
for the
week by
season.
week, probably later
Yeah.
on in another
For the
show.
season, of course, you know, Eagles. I got Eagles. I think Dallas is going to surprise a lot of people. That defense got way better. I got Eagles, Dallas.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, I know a lot of people high on the Lions. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people high on the Lions, but I still feel my Vikings going to win that division. So Eagles, Dallas, Vikings, and I'm gonna say the Giants, man. Like, I'm gonna say the Giants, top four.
Top four. All right. Like for me, top four in the NFC, and just because of how the division plays out, I have Eagles 1. I'll have um for my number 2 team, like I would put the Cowboys there, but the fact that they're not going to win the division, that drops them down to my 4th spot. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And I'm big on the Bears. I got the Bears at the number 2 spot. So like I think they really going to make some noise. And even though we haven't got into last night's results, I do like the Lions at number 3. So I got 2 teams out of your division in my top 4, and then I got the Cowboys at 4.
I know who. Why I said no Niners.
I don't believe in the Niners.
I don't know. I think now people have tape on Purdy, and I feel like he's gonna be worse than he was last year. He's not gonna take nobody by surprise this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think the Niners. I think they still win that division because that division funky to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I still feel like they win the division. But I don't feel like they're gonna be one of the best teams in the NFC. And I don't know.
Yeah, like, and I'm not putting you, like, yeah, I dropped the Cowboys. I'm gonna kind of contradict myself. I'm not gonna raise you up because you win the division, and I'm also not gonna, you know what I mean, but I will knock it down a few notches because you didn't win the division. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be a close race between the Lions and the Bears for y'all division, and then the Vikings. I just don't think you got enough defense.
Man, we got Flores. We're gonna have defense.
I mean, last year y'all won a lot of close games. You know what I'm saying? So, and I can tell you, just going from year to year, the margin of error is so small.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those swing games could go either way, man, and like it matters on a corner, and then back in the secondary can sign take a jump this year. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like Harrison Smith still back there. You know what I'm saying? Like you got names for sure.
And we got a defensive coordinator who gonna send that pressure.
So that's what I want a little bit more this year. I want to see a little more blitzing from Dallas. Like you rely so much on that front four, and getting pressure. Like I'd like to see you know, Vander Esch is a good blitzing linebacker. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you like y'all? So y'all basically play a 4-2-5 type defense because y'all mainly have 5 DBs on the field and only 2 linebackers. Like, how do you feel about that? Like,
I like it because Curse plays like a linebacker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we actually have additional linebacker on the field, and he's one of the best. Him and Donovan Wilson are 2 of the best blitzing safeties in the league, in my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
I see players like Antoine Winfield's a good. It makes sense though because his dad was a good blitzing, a
Boy,
good
hey,
blitzing corner as well. So
his daddy was a dog.
you know what I'm saying. So like those guys, Tyrann Matthews, a great blitzing corner. Like send those guys as much as you can. You know what I'm saying. So I
Yeah.
like to see more. I like to see more of that from the Cowboys. Eagles, I think everything rides on Jalen Hurts this year. You know what I'm saying, and that arm, because I think a lot more teams are gonna play up and allow AJ Brown to run a little bit, allow Devonta to run a little bit, because I want to take away your running ability. Because your running ability is what made those passes so easy for you last year. You know what I'm saying? But the guy is smart, and I think he always makes the right play. You saw it in the Super Bowl. Like no matter what the Chiefs did, he had an answer for it. So I think he can take the next jump, and if he does, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a problem for the NFL.
I feel like that secondary is going to be worse though.
It's going to be
gotten
worse.
older. Like, you know what I'm saying? Slade's gotten older.
And you lost Gardner.
And I forgot the other guy. He came over from the Giants.
Bradbury.
Bradbury has gotten older. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
and he had a phenomenal year last year. I don't do you get that same kind of production out of you? How does Kelee Ringo, adapt to the league? He's been getting killed in the preseason. You know what I'm saying? You cut greedy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of question marks in that secondary, but it's a front seven that's different than a lot of front sevens. You know what I'm saying? And that can make up for a lot in that secondary. So moving on to the AFC. I go first with the AFC. I have the Bengals as number 1. You know what I'm saying? I have the Chiefs at number 2. I have the Jags at 3. And then I have the Steelers at my 4th spot. I don't think the Bills are going to be any good. And I think the Dolphins are going to underperform. And by underperform, I mean they might win 10 games, you know what I'm saying, versus winning the division, which I think they should. Jets are probably going to be right there, 9, 10 wins. I think the Bills and the Pats take a step back. There's going to be 3 teams out of that AFC North going into the playoffs. Ravens, Steelers, and Browns. And Bengals, are going to the playoffs.
Ooh. No Browns?
I don't know. It's Watson. I gotta see what Watson gonna do.
Okay, so I got, and this finna sound crazy. I got Chargers.
Yeah, I got Chargers at 5.
I think they take that step this year. Like, you know what I mean? Hopefully, if they stay healthy, I think the Chargers are the best team in the AFC. If they stay healthy. I got the Chargers.
It's a big if. Allen probably already hurt.
Yeah, I got the Chargers. But they got a replacement.
He looked good too.
They got a replacement. Hey, they got a replacement. That boy from TCU.
He looked like a problem.
Yeah. I got Chargers. I got Dolphins. I got B Moore.
That ain't a bad pick. I like that pick.
I got B Moore. And I'm gonna go with the Chiefs just because of Mahomes. Like, you know, see, I can never count Mahomes out. I don't care.
I don't care.
Never.
I don't care if he got us out there at the wide open spot.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I see in the chat everybody coming at me about no Jets or no Chargers. I got the Chargers at 5th on my list. We were only doing 4. And because I think the Chiefs will win the division, it goes back to my first reasoning for dropping the Cowboys down.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers don't win the division, but they're going to make a playoffs, and they shouldn't be there. So that bumps them up to the 4th spot for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got 3 teams, and because the Bengals are my top team, those Steelers are right there. At the 5th spot, you got the Chargers. 6th spot, you got the Ravens for me, and I like Pickett, man. I think Pickett and Pickens are gonna have a good year together. He's gonna spam the hell out of Pickens. And he's scrappy. I feel like he's going to do a lot more running than people expect.
They might start 0-2.
It's possible.
I think who they got. I think it was the 49ers and somebody else. 49ers in the Browns, they might start 0-2.
No,
I
they
think
beat
the
the
Browns
Niners.
make the playoffs. I think the Browns make the playoffs.
And what is this based off of? You believing
It's
in?
based off of Watson having actually being at practice,
Yeah,
being back. Like, you know what I'm saying? He missed basically 2 years and then came back and started playing last year. Like, you know what I mean? He basically missed 2 years. He didn't
facts.
play his last year in Houston, and then the year and being last year, he basically only played like a couple games in Cleveland. So I feel like a healthy Watson back, train, he gonna lead them to the play. They already got a defense, and they already got a running game.
Yeah.
So like they just need him not to lose the game, in my opinion. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, all great analysis. Like I said, it all depends on Watson. I do think Donovan Peoples-Jones is up for a great year. You know what I'm saying? Just because he started to build a lot of chemistry with Watson towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
And Cooper is going to demand all the attention. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a breakout year for him.
But they also in the toughest division.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Like that
Yeah.
division itself makes it, it makes it hard. It makes it hard for picking, anything, because any four of those teams can win the division. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come.
I think they can get 3 in though.
All right, so I do. Like I said, in my 7, there's 3 AFC North teams, but my 3 are different than your 3. I got Ravens,
You got Steelers, yeah.
Steelers, and Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Those are my 3. Chargers. Somebody's got to win the AFC East. I say Dolphins win it. And then you got, obviously, the Chiefs will make the playoffs regardless of what they going through. So just because they got that boy Patty. So while we talking about Patty, I mean, I think both of us already kind of answered this question. Should we be worried about the Chiefs at all?
You worried about that wide receiving core? That's about it. But of course, we gotta know that if Kelsey plays last night, Tony's not getting as many targets as he did. He dropped those first couple or 1, 2. He's not getting no more targets if Kelsey plays. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that would have, with Kelsey playing, of course, he would have seen double, triple teams. That would have opened up for the young boy Rice, who actually didn't have a bad game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I also felt like KC should have used McKinnon more. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I always think they should use McKinnon more.
Yeah,
like,
I should have felt like they used McKinnon. Why is Claire Harris? He's been there how many? He's shown he's a bum. Pacheco with the choppy feet, like, you know what I mean? McKinnon is your best receiving running back. Yeah. He should have.
For what y'all want to do with that offense, McKinnon's got to be out there more.
Facts. Your wide receivers are struggling like they did. McKinnon should have been getting targets. Like, you know what I'm saying? What you think?
I mean, like I said, I already answered the question. I'm not necessarily worried about the Chiefs because of who your quarterback is. I am worried because the injuries are starting to pile up. We don't know what's going on with Chris Jones. So the continuity of the defense is a little bit of a problem. But the defense played very well last night. You know what I'm saying? So you got it. You that should inspire you more to make a deal with Chris Jones to bring in some type of receiver help. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things I like to see from that offense is, a little more 3 wide receiver sets, using that running back a little bit more. Stop putting them back there in the empty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have this receivers for that. You know what I'm saying? Get in the 3 wide receiver set, make it look like something, get some play action in there. I don't know, man. I thought the O-line looked good. I'm not worried. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I also thought Andy Reid was dumb for going for that 4th and 25, where you had all 3 timeouts. And you went for 4th and 25 on your 20, 30 yard line.
Punt it and play. You've been playing defense all game. Punt it, play defense.
All game. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I was bit. That was stupid.
A little bit of a panic moment there. Everybody's talking about the drop passes from Tony.
Boy, Tony, man,
he had a rough game.
Did that shit, man, if he did that shit in the league, I'd trade him.
Yeah. So who do you like for your MVP of this year? Like outright MVP, offense and defense.
Outright MVP this year. I'm gonna go Joe Burrow. Say Joe Burrow. Defense, I might give it to Mika, man. Hey, I might give it to Parsons, man. I don't know, cause yeah, I might give it to Parsons, man.
Yeah. I
Pause, big pause, like crazy
Hey,
pause.
yo.
Yo, I'm of course going Parsons on defense. I do think we in for a 20 sack type of season from this guy.
Oh, yo,
That's
hey,
applause
yo.
as well.
Hey, yo.
Dude, we wildin'.
Wild tonight.
Yeah, so I like Parsons to bring home the defensive MVP. Offensive MVP. I coming in here, I wanted to say Joe Burrow. But this has been a guy who, before the draft even started, I told y'all he was going to be the best quarterback out of that class. Justin Herbert for league MVP this year.
But okay, so you say Herbert, but you don't have him in your top 4. So how is he gonna win an MVP if he's not in that top 4?
Listen, MVP is an individual award.
Yeah, but they usually give the MVP, offensive MVP, to the team, one of the best teams in the league.
They're gonna be one of the best teams in the league. They just have one of the worst. You know what their for as good as their defense name wise is, it's equally as bad on the field. You know what I'm saying? Ranked 25th or lower in the past 3 years, giving up hella points. You know what I'm saying? When they need that defense to make a play, it just can't do it. That's not on Herbert. You know what I'm saying?
If he's not in the top 4, there's no way he's winning MVP.
Yeah, I mean, I got Herbert and Parsons. You got Burrow and Parsons.
Right.
So
I see Ray say Lamar. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you why Lamar is not gonna win an MVP. But when they got a new offensive coordinator, and he's not gonna run as much as he was before.
okay.
He's not gonna have as many rushing yards.
So yeah, with that, so I also think that like he's gonna throw the ball a lot more this year.
That's what I say. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, with the wide receiving core, yeah, it's definitely in the he's in the realm. He could. It's a possibility. He could be.
He has weapons. No, he really does not. He got more weapons
names.
than what he got names.
He got
Odell,
names.
Bateman can't stay healthy. Zay, he's still a rookie. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And Zay got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we need to be like we can't just keep giving guys, you know what I'm saying, the mantle of being an elite player without showing me anything on the field yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what we need to see first. You know what I'm saying? So
Jettas for MVP, man.
if they was gonna give it to a wide receiver, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a possibility. Jettas, Jamar Chase, you know what I mean? Guys like that could easily, win MVP, especially with their usage rate. Tua, I don't. Again, injuries. I need you to play 16 games. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to him. On the defensive side, other people to think about. Fred Warner at the linebacker spot. Aaron Donald's always a candidate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because
Always.
who he is. Myles Garrett. You know, they
Who's
got
a dark horse though? Like
a dark horse MVP. I would say Minka Fitzpatrick, man.
for MVP?
Yeah. Because he's going to get interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy is the only person that reminds me of an Ed Reed style of play where he can roam around in that secondary and go wherever he want to go. He's never where he's supposed to be at. Dexter Lawrence had a very under the radar season last year. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really see many interior guys getting that MVP nod outside of Aaron Donald, just because of they don't get the quarterback They don't get to the quarterback as much
They
as
don't get
your
them
defensive
stats, man.
ends. And of course, you always got to think about T.J. Watt over there in Pittsburgh. So Bosa, he can't stay healthy. Last year, the only year he stayed healthy, he won defensive MVP, and that was last year. So it's possible.
Got paid. He got paid. He might be.
He might take
I
it.
don't think he got paid. He can relax now.
He gonna go. He gonna go get a couple nooses. You know how he do.
Oh yeah, he definitely a racist.
But yeah, so we into our Madden talk, Madden minute, as obviously. Week 4 we just advanced. Early on in the season we got some I'm pulling it up here now. We got some records and some undefeateds. We got some defeateds. My boy Dro, shout out to you. You're not here tonight, man, but rough start to the season for you, bro. You kind of let one get away in that first game.
Oh yeah, he definitely.
And then you undisputed just put the spanks on you. But yeah, I'm trying to pull it up here. Sorry, I was trying to get it up.
I know it's tough not having Neon or the campaign. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, cause when I was doing the wagers this week for the game of the week, I was like, what's the? I ain't seen both play all their games. Let me see what the scores like.
Like nothing.
I had to go. Gotta log on.
There's no help. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting it together here. Sorry guys. I hate looking away from the screen, but I gotta get some records here. I got my Xbox on.
I mean those Chiefs 2-1. You know what I'm saying?
Chiefs 2-1.
Should be 3-0. I think I don't know. Did the Seahawks lose?
So, the only undefeated teams right now, you got Dolphins undefeated, Eagles undefeated, Titans, Bills, Bengals are the only undefeated. So there's only one undefeated NFC team, and that's the Eagles.
The Bills undefeated?
Bills are undefeated.
Bengals so they beat he beat Washington?
Yeah, he beat him. He beat him in OT. It was a big run.
I couldn't see because he didn't have his stream wasn't working.
My guy got to figure that one out. It ain't been working for a while for my guy.
How they were talking in the chat like he lost or something.
I thought until I logged on and saw that he won. I thought he had lost as well. So a couple 2-1 teams: Seahawks, Cards, Falcons, Panthers, Colts, Texans, Chiefs, Bears, Lions, Cowboys. So a lot of 2-1 teams. Winless teams right now. Fighting for that number 1 pick teams are Vikings, Packers, Niners, Raiders, and Pats. And Ravens don't have a win as well.
Those Packers, man, they had a lot of tough talk doing offseason.
Tough Tony out there, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what happened, man. He was winning a lot of games, man. He was giving me hell in the
It's because he put that X factor on Savage.
I don't even know how to explain that, bro. 26-year-old, 71 overall, and you put the X factor on him. You put
that was tough. That was tough.
Crazy work. You know what I'm saying? We got a big game of the week coming up here on our newfound show, Friday Night Lights with Snipes. I'm looking at the comments here. They getting on Dre about this Savage thing. When you got Jordan Love right there, begging
you got Jordan Love,
you
got Watson, you got Stokes, like
crazy work, man.
Quay Walker, anybody
but him.
You put that shit on Savage, and he was begging to do
like somebody put it. I saw it put in the upgrade channel, and then it was deleted. So I was like, oh, maybe he didn't change his mind. And then he's like, I wish I could just get my upgrade put on my guy. I'm like, so you wanted that? All right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't understand. You gotta explain that one, man.
Yeah, we would like to hear from Dre. If you're in there, we want to hear from you, man. We want to know what's going on. The people would like to know. So, game of the week this week, man. The first of many. You got Friday Night Lights with Snipes. We got Saturday Showdown with either you or I, and then we're gonna do Wednesday Night Smackdown with either you or I. So 3 games of the week for leather helmets, all broadcasted games. And we ready to get back in this thing and show them that we can put out some quality content. The wagers are elite. Now we got the Bet channel. Where cats can really, get off, put their bets on, you know what I'm saying? You want to talk crazy, bet me, bet me, 500, I win, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? I can't participate in any of it, due to being on probation.
We got him.
So,
we got him.
Big locked up. So
how it feel, man, for your first suspension ever?
You know what? It's crazy because when I had DM Undisputed first, like, yo, I think I fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he didn't respond, so I figured, I was like, yo, he might be on his 24-hour. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go ahead in here, you know what I'm saying, turn myself in. And and I was like, you know what, Frost might, take it easy on the kid. Nah.
Hey man, that was big of you, man. To step up, you know what I'm saying? And because I don't think any of us saw it. Like, you know what I mean? I
didn't even see it. Because you know what made me think about it? Because I was at I was in, practicing, with my playbook. And I saw, because what made me change his position, he was on the left tackle side, and I wanted him on the right tackle side.
Yeah.
Because usually your left tackle is your superstar lineman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, snap. And then when I was practicing, I saw that he was on the right tackle side. I was like, went to my depth chart. And I was like, oh,
he done moved him twice.
I done moved this. That's exactly when I hit Undisputed up, man. I was like, yo, I can't believe I did that nutty shit, man. But, it is what it is, man. Yeah, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? Like, again, nobody is above the law. You know what I'm saying? Guys ran into the chat talking about
something. Oh yeah, he definitely was
what are you talking about? Like, what does that have to do with some type of
he said you was doing it for speed boost.
Micah Parsons a 96 overall right in. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much more speed I need with this dude? You know what I'm saying? 96 speed DN. Yeah, but I don't need no more speed with this guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think I got the speed tree on my coach. I haven't even looked at that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was wild. That was crazy too.
What's that?
You said DN.
Yo.
Hey yo.
That hasn't been a banner performance for me tonight, man. But anyway, Cooley, Boz. Yeah, Boz. Who you like tonight, man?
I
both
took
undefeated.
Bod. Oh yeah, I took Bod. I just picked honestly because both are great users, like, you know what I'm saying. But I think the Bengals have a better roster, and I seen Cooley in the tournament with Tannehill, and I know he's starting. I know he's playing
Malik now.
Malik, you know what I'm saying, but he's even a worse thrower, so that's why I took Bod. That was literally the only reason why. Like, usually you can be like, okay, this user is like way better than that user, like, you know what I'm saying. So I just went with who I felt like had the best roster, and especially after he traded you Henry. So
I enjoyed that.
That's why I picked Bod. Like, you know what I mean.
And I don't even run the ball, and I was going crazy with Henry. Yeah. So I'm looking at some of the wagers here. I'm taking the Titans due to the fact that he's completing about 50% of his passes with Burrow, and he has 3 touchdowns and 4 picks in 2 games. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he's figured out that offense yet. You know what I'm saying? So some of the wagers here, the over under for the game is 65.5. Would you?
I took the under. The crazy part is I had the over, and then remember I was saying that I was like I was trying to figure out what their scores were like, and I don't think either of them have been over 60 as far as like in any of their games. So I was like, okay, I think it could be a defensive battle, so I'm gonna take the under. Like, you know what I mean? So
a lot of turnovers between these guys tonight. I think. So, Tajay Spears over 75.5. Mixon over 104.5. I think Mixon does go over. He's been running the hell out of the ball with Mixon. Tajay, I think it stays under. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if you how you went with that.
I took both unders. I think.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just took both unders. Like I said, I feel like he's been running the ball, but the Titans got a great
Simmons,
front
yeah.
seven. Like you
Yeah,
got
Simmons and
Simmons.
Landry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it could be a problem.
I'm hoping I'm right, but I mean I still could be wrong because blocking is so great now. Like you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like the run game is so good now. Like
And again,
especially
Baj is averaging over 100 and some yards a game with
so
Mixon.
I'm hoping Titans
Yeah,
stop the run.
me too. Yeah, but overall, I think it's gonna be a good game. You know what I'm saying? I got the Titans 31-28. Would have been my score for the game.
Yeah.
If I was participating. But you know, we had somebody that was going to join us tonight, but he kind of went AWOL on us. Our rules expert was supposed to join us as far as to go over some of the things.
But he was in
yeah, some of the things that you know, some of the rule nuances that we could have talked about tonight. We could save that for next week, and you know, he can join us next week. I did have Wheezy lined up to join, but we had already, you know,
thank God.
We're an hour into the show, and I want to you know, hang out with the family and stuff for a little bit before this game of the week.
I think it's gonna be nerves, man. It's the first game back. Snipes in like I think twos, man. Because
Yeah.
I don't think he called the game last man, did he?
He didn't call.
At
He
least I
didn't
don't
call a
remember.
single one.
Yeah.
He didn't call a single one.
Yeah.
He did
So
our
it's
he
been
did our reveal.
reveal. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
that
been
was
2
it.
Madden's since he called the game. So it could be some nerves there. So I think it's gonna be a good game though.
I think it's gonna be a big game. I think they're gonna show up nice for leather. I think our games are some of the cleanest broadcasted games out there. You know, as far as gameplay wise, we did have a few, you know, sanctions on live on the live big screen before, but not anything worse than what I've seen. I watch a lot of Snipes games, and you know, he calls for a lot of you know, no rules
Different
games,
leagues,
different leagues. So it's like it's just not good looking Madden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to you for them rules, man.
Yeah, the rules are phenomenal. We don't have a rules expert today, but you know, shout out to him. He said he'll be taking care of the baby. You know what I'm saying, on this single mom, sexy red shit. You know what I'm saying. Shout out to you.
Hey man, hey Frost, man. I understand, man. I've been there.
Been there, especially when they little. You know, they only, you get very minimal breaks, man. But with that, man, you got any parting shots, man, for the night?
Nah, man, just shout out to the league, man. Y'all been, you know what I'm saying, playing those games. You know what I mean? Hey, let's keep I think, you know, week 1, everybody, I mean, a lot of people had issues with the stats, including me. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't seen none ever since, you know what I'm saying, you put that message out. So shout out to the league, man, for adapting. You feel me?
Shout out to the league. Shout out to the new guys jumping in. You know, I haven't really had much trouble. You know, Nixta, Baby Ray, OXI, Wheezy. You know, you guys. I mean, OXI's been here for, you know, a full cycle with us, but still, you know what I mean, we still consider you, you know, somewhat of a new guy, but you have a veteran mentality in our chat. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely appreciate you guys. You know, shout out to me winning the division. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm at with it. You know, Big Henry.
I don't know, man. Drake's undefeated, man. Hey, Drake seemed like he done found his cheese, man.
I mean, Drex his ass, bro. Like he just you know, you see his fantasy football team named Gouda Cheese. Like he lives, like he's embraced it at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, other than that, you know what I'm saying? Kudos to everybody adapting to this point system. I think it's only getting better. You know what I mean? With the more stuff that we add, I want to continue see the what's it called? The suggestion box filled up with ideas and things we can do to make the entire league better. And I do want to address injuries. Injuries have been turned down, but like you can't expect not to get injuries, dude. Like I'm not turning it off. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And some games is just worse than others, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the nature of the game, man. We playing football, not tennis. So with that, man, we're gonna get up out of here, man. I want you guys to enjoy your Friday night. I expect, you know what I'm saying, a nice turnout for the game tonight. And with that, man, we gone. Peace out.
To prevent fatal injuries in football, I have invented this new type football helmet, which I believe will do much to rid the game of fatalities.
Dark side, light this bitch up.